Tonight we have a story. It's from our Get Real with Rick Dancer series. We do it at the car wash. With Coburg Car Wash sponsors it for us. And this is an amazing young woman. And we're just going to let you see the entire interview, because to cut it up would just not do it justice. So sit back and you're going to learn something, and you're going to feel something about people in a way you've never felt before.
I'm not dead. That sounds like something interesting. So today just happens to be World Down Syndrome Awareness Day. I was looking on my computer thinking, what am I going to do a car wash show on? And then I saw that. And then, of course, I thought of Amelia Able. Say hi, Amelia.
Hi.
Amelia and I have been friends for like 15 years. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember those days.
I met Amelia. She called the station at KEZI, and she said, I want to come on your water cooler and tell people what it's like to live with Down syndrome. And she came on, and she was so honest that people fell in love with her, and I fell in love with her. And then we've done half-hour specials on feeling invisible, and Amelia's one of the most honest people, and she can really give you a feel for what it's like to live in a world where your exterior tells everybody one thing, but your interior says something completely different, right?
Yes.
So talk to me about that, Amelia. So I'm going to kind of squeeze this way. So people stare at you.
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
I feel that sometimes when people stare at me, I kind of feel like it felt really hard for me, because I feel people treat me like they're judging me in a way. I feel like sometimes people assume that I have Down syndrome, and I think that it's really hard for some people to understand that someone with a Down syndrome are different. So I feel like it's hard to be not judgmental.
So they don't see you as a human being.
Yeah.
They see you as a disability.
Yes.
Rather than, and they judge you maybe on judging your intelligence level, where they don't have any idea how smart and warm and kind and wonderful you are.
Yes.
And you people are talking, saying you're beautiful.
Aww.
and so now Amelia is almost 30 years old, and she's a filmmaker. So you're currently working on a film.
I am, definitely am.
Talk about that.
So I'm a filmmaker. I actually use behind the scenes of using a camera. And I am making web series.
So she's making a web series, and okay, so that's one thing that you are.
Yes.
But you are also your job. Tell them about your job. You guys, this is so awesome.
My job that I work with kids with special needs.
Preschool kids.
Yeah, preschool kids. Yeah, I work with kids at a preschool at 3 to 5, and my job description is working with early intervention EC cares, and I help them to get service to work with kids with young disabilities.
So you understand them and what they're going through.
Yeah.
The other thing that I want you to talk kind of just a little bit about, because Amelia and I met for coffee, and then we're going to lunch after this.
Yeah.
But we Amelia wants to. You're not looking for a serious relationship, but you would like to date.
I like someday I would be interested. Yeah.
And one of the things, and we won't talk about who, but we'll just say that you would like to not be limited to dating someone just with a disability, Talk to me about that.
So I feel like, no, I'm a person, but I'm a person with a disability. So I like to be accepted, whoever who has challenges in life. People that are different from me. Someone who has a different history, or someone have a different past.
So you don't want to be put in a box.
I don't like to fill in the box. Yeah.
Amelia, what are you happy?
I am really happy. I like the lifestyle I'm living in right now.
She lives on her own.
Yes.
Do you have assistance or any kind of help?
I do. I have a support. I have full access brokerage that helps and supports me for anything that comes through with activities, and then I get supports from my parents.
Okay, so she has somebody that comes in and kind of helps you with budgeting or things like that you might need help with, but you do live on your own.
Yes.
So do you think people, like when you ride the bus?
Yes, I do. Full time.
People and you told me in the past that people stare at you, and you know they're staring at you.
Yeah, so I feel like that sometimes I feel that when people want to assume like that I'm on the bus, like anywhere, if I go to the bus or the YMCA or anywhere, I just feel like that when people try to connect with me, I feel like in a way that people are judging me. In a way, I feel like, for me, I'm a really social person. Like, I love to be a extrovert. I'm a big extrovert person, like to talk, like Rick. One thing, and then so I just feel like it's one of those things that we have to try to open up. And for me, I'm a very social person. Like to get along. Love to get along with people.
But is it hard to find friends in the outside of the
Yes.
disability community?
Yes, it is really hard.
And you want to have friends outside of the disability.
I want to have friends.
Because you don't want to be, not that the people in the disability community are good friends to you, but you just don't want to, that's really weird because we do limit people.
Yeah.
It's like, it would be like if we took people that are all Latinos and said you all have to be friends with people that are Latinos or people that are white or people with gray hair. Rick has to hang out with all gray-haired people.
Yeah.
And you want to hang out with all kinds of people, but people in the able-bodied community, which I hate that term, but all we see is the Down syndrome.
Yeah, just a part of the face and how people supposed to look like, what they're not supposed to look, or just telling them like because we have a different race, or having people saying that if we're gay or lesbians, everyone needs to be equally treated the same way that everyone with disabilities. And
Amelia, do you feel like people kind of pretend?
Yes.
So they say that they treat you like everybody else, but when it comes to, do you want to go to the movies? They're not around.
Yeah,
or do you want to go do this? You know what I mean?
Sometimes people will ask me, like favors, or ask me like want to do something. I feel like that I'm getting turned down for people who don't really want to spend the time to making friendships. Like, I try to make friendships, and when people want to do stuff with me, I feel like they're turning it down because they don't tell me the very last minute. Because sometimes I tend to make plans, or I try to help to arrange any plans or making dates happen. I get turned down.
And people let you down.
Yeah.
What does that feel like?
It's hurtful, really very hurtful. It makes me really feel disappointed for myself. But I have tried to work on it and try to work it out.
But what can you really do? Because
I
just stay open, right?
Yeah, just try to be positive.
So would you say to people, if you see people like me, I think we could even broaden that to anyone. Just give people a frickin' break.
Yeah.
Don't assume that there's something they're not. When you're sitting there's Zach Childers.
Yeah.
You know Zach?
I know Zach, yes.
Zach, you're awesome. And don't assume that they don't know things, and don't assume that they don't have a heart.
Yeah, that's
and you will hurt their feelings, just like your feelings will be hurt if somebody did that to you. It's the same for them, because they are human beings.
Yeah, yeah, we're all humans.
We are, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, what advice do you give people?
I think for advice, it's better to see who they are and try to accept. Accepting people. Accept that. When someone that has challenges or behavior challenge, or anyone that, I think it's more important that everyone needs to understand that we're all in together, and really are in together, and it's really important that people are on the both sides.
Right. You've taught me so much, Amelia.
Yeah.
About life.
Yeah.
And when I met you 15 years ago, it just changed everything for me.
Yeah.
Because I used to be someone who assumed that people behind the downs, that there was a certain person there. And what I didn't understand was there's a human being. So the bottom line is, friends, you have to get to know people in relationship to be able to truly be diverse, to truly be accepting, and don't just say it.
Yes.
Because and Zach knows, and every other person with disabilities or different abilities, they know when you're giving them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And if you're not honest with them, there's this little thing inside that tells them, and it hurts.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to be when you grow up?
There's a lot of jobs I wanted to do, but I think my dream job is to inspire people. And I really would like to be a filmmaker someday. I feel like being a pretty popular and famous person that I am, I feel like it'd be more fun to learn how to being a television filmmaker someday.
Because you're kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I'm the whole package for Rick. Everything that I did for Rick, I do a lot of favors for him.
She does. If I need something, Amelia can do it for me. Okay, so do you want to go through the car wash? We'll keep talking, but we're going to go through the car wash.
Can we hold that?
I think I'm going to be okay.
Okay.
Okay, but I have to put my seatbelt on. So here, what? Hold on, and don't touch that button right there. Just hold it right there, okay?
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're a camera person. What am I talking about? Okay, so what else should we talk about, Amelia? What else should we let people know? Okay, no, ignore. I don't want that on there. Okay.
Okay.
You got it? Okay, so I'm just going to let you do that.
Okay, sure.
So, look at it. Okay, so we're going through the car wash. And you guys, we want to thank Coburg Car Wash for sponsoring our show, because Jim and Renee and the gang, they just let us do whatever we want. They love to have people stories on, like people like Amelia. So they care about the community, and that's why we get to do this, and you get to have this conversation. So if you like this sort of thing, and you think it's worthwhile, when you get your car washed, you need to come here, because these people like the same things that you like. So we need to, as a community, support people who support the things that we like. There, I think I've been... Okay, do you want to hold... You want me to hold it? Okay, so Amelia, for other people, there's a lot of people coming on here that have relatives with Downs. So what do you tell them, like in terms of raising it? Let them live their own life. Your parents have been pretty good about that.
Yeah, really, yeah. So I understand and I accept that I was born with Down syndrome, and I then...
Watch, we turn red here, watch. Is that cool?
Yeah.
We're gonna go blue too. Hold on. Okay, go ahead. You're born with Down.
So I was born with a Down syndrome, and I've been accepted for my whole family. I have a really loving, wonderful family. I have, and accepting of me. I have a brother who lives in Seattle, and he has been accepted me, with a disability.
He spoils you rotten.
I'm the oldest sister, so I like to spoil my brother more than he spoils me.
You love your brother, don't you?
So every time I go and see my brother in Seattle, I come and spoil him a lot. And so yeah, so I mean, I've been accepted in a wonderful family. I'm really happy. I don't define myself with a disability. I have a lot of family that really understands me. I have a lot of extended family, and I have amazing family that I love and dearly. I have a great uncle who really has been really understanding me so much. He's the best great uncle I could have. But he's kind of like Rick. He has a soulful, hard-hearted person.
So Amelia and I have been friends for 15 years.
Yeah.
And this woman has taught me so many things about what I know, and will probably teach me a lot. And she started our relationship.
Yes.
For those of you who just tuned in, she called me when she was in middle school.
And the middle school.
And said she wanted to come on a show we had called The Water Cooler.
Yes.
And The Water Cooler was a live interview on KEZI, and there was no cutting it. And Amelia said, I want to come in and talk about what it's like to have Down syndrome. And what Amelia was magic. And another thing we just really want to touch on really quickly, because we're going to lunch and you guys don't get to come with us, but also is the use of the R word. And I'm going to say it one time only so you know what the R word is. It's retard. That is like the N word to the African American community, to someone in the community with different abilities. We don't use that word.
No, we don't. No.
What does it say to you when somebody says that?
When I have never had anyone ever tell me that word, but sometimes when I'm like hear that word to people, people use that word, and I feel like it's really hard to hear when people are talking that kind of language. Isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's really hard to hear when people use that word, the R word. It's really hard, and it's really disrespectful. It's really hard, and I think everyone needs to be accepted who they are. For a long time when I was growing up, my parents had to tell my brother that when we were older, my mom and my dad told my brother that I had a disability, and it just broke him down. I mean, it was really hard for him to understand, broke down. He got pretty emotional, and he's been very, very protective of me having a disability, because I'm his older sister, and I think he would do anything for me and keep me safe and protected. So I feel like sometimes when you have someone that could inspire you or feel happy with, or have someone that is there, that's the best part to have. The best part is having someone just to be there and show up that really cares and matters to you.
Now, you were telling me earlier, because I just want people to have this really round picture of what we're talking about, what you do. But you're like in a class right now where you're trying to figure yourself out.
Yes, I'm trying to, yes.
Because she wants to know what? Who you are and why you do what you do.
Yeah, so I'm actually doing a dating class, and I'm trying to figure it out, who I am as a person, and who I feel like who I wanted to date with. And so I always feel like that sometimes if I keep on trying to put myself out, then I would be acknowledged. I mean, everyone should acknowledge who they are as a human being, or someone to acknowledge that if you're in a committed relationship or committed friendship, sometimes for me that's where I'm at in my life. And so I have my longest friendship with Rick for a long time right now. So we had this good friendship. So do you have anything you want to say?
I'm kind of afraid because I feel like I want to cry, but I'm holding it back. What I love about that, Amelia, is that you just want to share your life with somebody else too.
Yeah.
And so you're trying to be the best person that you can, and you're doing the same thing that all the rest of us do, or should do, which is really figure out who is Amelia Able and what makes her. So, what could you tell me? Like, what is the core thing? I don't know if I'm making this very clear.
That's okay.
I want to know, why do you do what you do? Why do you do? Why do you do what you do? Do you know?
I think I do. No, I think how I sometimes talk. Like, some people will tell me, like, why do I talk different?
No, you don't talk different. No. You're perfectly understandable.
Yes.
You talk. Oh, you know why you talk different? Because you talk from your heart.
I do. I definitely do.
You speak your heart.
Yes.
And that's what the world's afraid of.
Yes.
They're afraid of people like you, Amelia, because you expose the things in us that we don't want to see about ourselves.
Yes.
But you want people to. Your why, isn't it kind of like? You really want people to see all people for who they are, not for what their face looks like, not for their color, not for their sexuality, not for whether they're 60 years old or 30 years old, and that's really why you do what you do, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm here to bring the light out of people, or the best things about you.
Huh.
Yeah, like bring the best thing out of you, because I feel like everyone needs to sometimes have to get out of their comfort zone and feel like they could be exception for things, or be accepted.
Do you think people are too afraid?
I think it's hard, yeah.
I think we're afraid, our fear is that somebody might find out that we're not perfect.
Yeah, not everyone is. Yeah.
But you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, not for me, yeah.
No, Amelia goes, you know what? I already know I'm not perfect. I experienced Down syndrome. It's all right here, so everything from here out is gravy.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
You know what I mean? Where everybody else gets to hide behind their perfect persona, Amelia's just like, done that, been there, I'm done with that. So Leota says, you're going to be fine, young lady. Oh, we have no doubt about that. We have no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But if you do see someone who's different than you, which would be every person you see, maybe you just need to give people a break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give them a little, amen, we all have flaws. People are worried about pretending nothing is wrong. Amelia, you are beautiful inside and out. I really love this entire view. You with Amelia, there's no... It is raw, it is rough, and you will know exactly what is going on. But I'll tell you what, I think that's one of the gifts that a lot of people with different abilities, such as yourself, have, is because they live their life with people already instantly seeing on the outside what they want to see, that you get to work harder at just letting, it's like, you got to see me hello, there's somebody behind the curtain, and it's a person, and I'm a human being, and I want to be loved, and I want to love just like everybody else, so give me a chance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, totally, yeah.
You like this, don't you?
I do. It's fun.
I do too. Amelia's like a bright spot in the world, and you have been for 15 years of my life, sweet bee. We've done school assemblies together. We've done look me in the eye stuff together. And you know what? The problem for Amelia and me is we don't do well with people telling us what to do. So the fact that we have Coburg Road Car Wash, to give us this time, pay for this time, so you people can be charmed by this young woman and maybe hopefully get a different perspective on the world. So when you leave your house or your workplace today, or you go out to lunch, open yourself up to other people, and don't assume because somebody's doesn't look like you or doesn't come from the same place you do, that you can't have a friendship or a relationship.
Yeah, it's definitely true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Amelia and I have a lunch date, and you guys are starting to get in our way. So we need to get rid of them. Don't you have something else you should be doing anyway? So we want to thank Renee and Jim here at the Coburg Road Car Wash. Be sure and frequent this place because they're the ones who make it so that this is possible. And the other thing is tag 2 people in the comment section because we're going to draw a name next week, and we're going to give away 3 car washes free. So you can get your car wash for free thanks to Coburg Road Car Wash. Share this on your page. Let people know. Send it to somebody you know who will be blessed by it, which would be just about everybody.
What I will tell you, about our food is that we prepare everything from scratch. So we make sure we hire people that have the passion for making food. That's one of the ingredients. The other one, we make sure that our recipes, they use the ingredients that we tell them to use. And before we put it into the market, we make sure we test, try it. What I love about this business is the people. I'm a people person, so I love to interact with people, and I love to make people feel good.
Every month, Abe over at Ranchito Grill gives away 2 free dinners to some lucky winner. Now, all you have to do is go in there, have dinner, put your name and your phone number in the little bucket underneath Rick Dancer TV, and you will be eligible, and you might be a winner for 2 free dinners from Ranchito Grill.
We're that blue-collar neighborhood great place to eat. It's one of those, you hear the old story. If you want to know a great place to eat, stop at the local gas station. The old days, you roll down your window and where do I get a great burger, a great steak? I'm gonna go grab some roasts and bring them out, and we're gonna cut some steaks. We don't get anything that's been frozen or shrink wrapped. So it comes to us fresh in a big primal and never frozen. And that's really adds to the flavor, and the juices are a lot more prevalent there. We want to make sure that we get the product after 28 days and then bring it into our back door, and we can age it then more if we need to or less, but we get a much fresher product. So that all of our steaks are at least 1 inch thick. Nothing more frustrating than going to a steakhouse and getting a thin steak. I grew up in a community where there was lots of hunting, and my dad just loved to be a butcher, so he would go in and work with the local meat processor there, learn to cut. He just showed me, and just from cutting game. So we grind all of our own burger each day. So I think Centennial Steakhouse is defined by the fresh cut USDA choice. We take it and we have seasoning that we've had that's been in existence for over 50 years. Again, it's from back my hometown, and we put on a really good hot grill and serve to you on a warm plate and a nice cold salad, big portions, and keep it simple, but keep it really good quality, good product.